back, Coach Shane. How you doing? How was your summer going? It's been a very hot summer around the world, I know. I would like a cool summer. That would be cool. But anyway, it's summertime. Did you have vacation? So I'm here today to talk about something really cool. If you're an adult, and most of my English students are adults, they're businessmen and businesswomen, doctors and lawyers and teachers and professors. We have lots of moms and dads too that want to like help their kids with their school, right? Help them with their English, or just simply want something to do. We have grandmothers. One of our students, her birthday is coming up. I think she's going to be 75. She's retired. She just loves English. It's fantastic. We've got kids, not necessarily children. No, because what we teach is, a little bit more difficult. But a lot of college kids who are planning to go overseas, or maybe already live in the US. Maybe they've immigrated or they're a student and they need English. The nice thing, for example, if you live in America, the nice thing about America is if you go to Walmart or McDonald's or the gas station or a coffee shop, nobody really cares about your English, as long as you can communicate, bad grammar, bad pronunciation, it doesn't really matter. It's cool. However, that's not the case when it comes to professional jobs. Even so, for example, there's a contractor, a guy, he's from Mexico. He immigrated to the US and he has his own construction company. He builds houses and roofs and things like that. And he was unable to he had a very difficult time expanding his business outside of the Hispanic Spanish speaking community because of his English. So he came to me and he studied with me about a year and a half, and his business has completely changed. He's getting contracts with anybody now, not just Spanish speakers, but anybody, because his English is so good. Obviously, if you work in a professional environment, we have another student. He was a pharmacist, okay, and he was kind of stuck in his job, unable to move to a better position, move to a better place, get a better schedule, and it was because of his English. So he fixed that, and now he's got a regular work hours. He's got better salary, more time with his family. There's a woman who has her daughter studying in the US, okay, and she lives with her daughter. Her daughter's in high school. So she lives with her daughter, and there was uh, some sort of show at the school, a science fair, and the daughter was showing her science project at school, and she did a great job. Her daughter's English is wonderful. During the fair, the daughter's best friend and her mother came over. So this is cool. The little girl and her best friend, and now the mothers are here, and now the mothers have a chance to meet each other and talk to each other and maybe become friends. But the mom, her English was really bad, and her pronunciation was the biggest problem. And the other mother didn't understand her, and it was very weird and awkward. And the daughter of the Chinese daughter, whose English was great, was so embarrassed because of her mom. It's a total disaster. Very embarrassing situation. We have so many stories of people, but now her English is great and life moves on. But we have so many stories of people who just because of English, they have some big problems. Like I said, at Walmart, at the gas station, it's not a problem. But in a professional situation, in a real friendship, of course, if you live outside of the United States and you need English, of course, it's an even bigger problem. People complain, oh, it's my grammar. Oh, it's my vocabulary. Typically, it's not actually. The biggest problem for most people is their speaking, their pronunciation, and listening. That's typically the biggest problem. Grammar and vocabulary, those fix themselves over time, especially if you've studied 3 years of middle school English, 3 years of high school English. That's 6 years of English. There is no more grammar, and you memorized a lot of vocabulary words. I know you forgot it. I understand. It's actually in your brain. One of the things that we do is we bring that back out. It's kind of cool. It's in there, and that's what we do. I've been teaching English. My name is Coach Shane, if you don't know. And I've been teaching English to adults for 38 and a half years. December 1986 is when I started teaching English, and I've been teaching ever since. So I've built my career on helping people with their listening skills and their speaking skills and their pronunciation. And I've seen miracles, so many massive changes in people's lives, sometimes just for fun and sometimes for big money, big success. We've helped politicians. We've helped children. I mean, everybody, who you name it, we've helped it, and we really enjoy it. So today I'm introducing my online English camp. Now, this is for adults. It's not for kids. And no, we're not going to sleep in a tent. It's nothing like that. But I call it an English camp because it's fun and it's really focused and it keeps you very active. When you go to camp, you want to do things and you want to have it be fun. And that's what we do. The English camp that I'm presenting today is amazing. So you will study mostly with me. Right now, it's all me, but sometimes, I get sick or whatever, but it's with me, live lessons. And for example, this coming Sunday, we have a live lesson that focuses on speaking. And then next Sunday, we'll focus on listening. And we go back and forth, speaking, listening, speaking, listening. They're really different. It's when you study and want to master English, we need to separate the two. I can explain more later if you have a question. But it's really different. It's really exciting, and it's always fun. Now, not only do we have a live lesson with me, I give you daily speaking assignments, little questions that you have to answer in your words. And we have additional live classes where you can come in and get one-to-one, one-on-one training with me and my other coaches, personal training. This English camp is extremely personalized. It's designed to help you with your problems to fix them so that you can finally speak English, listen to English, and enjoy English. English is just a tool, right? So we show you exactly how to use that tool. We're really good and we're really fast. So does that sound cool? Should I show you some of the lessons? Okay, I'm going to do that. The next lesson that I'll be teaching, and I don't know if you guys are actually going to be in that lesson, but anyway, the next lesson that I'm going to be teaching is right here. And I'm going to try and make this a little bit bigger. That's a little bit bigger. And make this bigger. So you see it says PIRF. Oh, that looks really ugly. Should I try and share it? Oh, there we go. Oh, but now it's so small. Let's make it bigger. There we go. So PIRF, P-I-R-F, pronunciation, intonation, rhythm, and flow. That's what that means. When we say pronunciation is obvious, intonation, the ups and downs. Hi, my name is Shane. How are you doing? This ups and downs. It's very important, learning intonation. It's very important, and we teach it. And believe it or not, most people learn it in 4 weeks. That's truly possible. The average is 4 weeks. Some people less. The next is intonation. Rhythm. And that's like the emotion, the emotional feel of the language. I'll show you the screen again. And of course, rhythm is also very important. You don't want to sound like AI. You don't want to sound like a robot. The way you speak your language, you want to sound the same when you're speaking English, or you want to feel the same comfort when you're speaking English. So we teach you rhythm. Like I said, intonation, it might take you 4 weeks to master intonation, not 34, 4. Rhythm on average takes 12 weeks. The English camp I'm going to share with you today is 1 year. So you have plenty of time to master all of these. Flow, this is where we take pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm and put it together. So we have PIRF, PIRF. Once again, this is a speaking class. I break speaking into different parts because if we try to fix everything at one time, nothing gets fixed. So we separate it. You can choose what you want. I usually recommend people focus on pronunciation for a month and then focus on intonation for a month and then focus on rhythm for a couple months and then go back to pronunciation. Pronunciation is something that we always need to watch and fix. That's why we have live classes all year long. So we will be watching you and making sure you do a good job. But this is our speaking course. Once again, it's called PIRF. I'll show you this particular assignment. This assignment is really tough. I really love this assignment. Let me get it out here. The beginning here, I tell you what you have to do. This is the actual speaking assignment. The focus is numbers. Oh my God, look at those numbers. Those numbers are crazy. How do you read this? I'm not going to tell you. I'll tell you in the lesson, but I'm not going to tell you here. So we give you this speaking assignment and we want you to practice the assignment 3 times a day. And then we want you to record yourself. And then we want you to send us your recording. Yeah, if you're in English camp, you can send us your recording. And what do? We listen to it. And then we tell you how you did. Now, we have 2 things that you can do. And I'm going to go back to my assignment sheet there. Back and forth, back and forth. I'm not that good at this back and forth stuff, but I'll do my best. So we give you the assignment. You can practice that. And then we give you this challenge. And you can see here there are 10 questions. So basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, take the weekend off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Answering these questions every day. And they're really simple questions. You give them to us and we give you feedback on how you're doing, on your pronunciation, on your vocabulary usage, on everything. So for example, we're talking about numbers, right? Have you ever said the wrong number and caused a problem? What happened? Do you double check prices when you go shopping, or do you trust the cashier? So these are questions that you can just answer, very short questions. So which job do you think needs perfect numbers? Doctor, pilot, others. Why? Yes, I think doctors need perfect numbers because if a doctor's numbers are wrong, the patient could die, right? This is the idea of an answer. Now I'm going to show you what we do. And this is actually a look into our community. So let me find my community. There we go. And I'll make the screen big. So this is our community. And if you scroll down, right there's a live class. If you scroll down, you're going to see people. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. English camp. We're going to highlight English camp. And these are people who are answering our questions. So one of the questions was, in another assignment, do you prefer to be around people or alone when you're feeling sad? Here's another one. This is a question about the blackout from Friends. We study Friends. What's your favorite comfort food? You might not know what comfort food is, but we explain everything. We tell you everything. So all of these students are practicing daily speaking and they're getting feedback. Let's check out Cynthia. This is what is one food in your refrigerator that has been sitting there way too long? It's been sitting there too long. Let's listen to Cynthia. This is her recording. Ginger. Okay, so the audio is a little bit low. She said, I think it's ginger. Ginger, that's a spice. We usually use ginger and stir fry. Cool. So this is her recording. It sounds really good. And this is one of the coaches, Coach Rochelle. Coach Rochelle. And she says, I think it is ginger. You need it before is. She's telling her about her grammar. Usually has a soft zh sound, a stronger T sound. And we give you this feedback on every single one of your assignments. Now, let's say a stronger T. What do you mean? Usually has a soft zh sound. What does that mean? You can ask a question, but better yet, you can go to a live class. See, there's live classes right up here. It says calendar. If you're in English camp, you can join every single one of these AMA classes. So we got an AMA class, AMA. AMA means ask me anything. You can ask any question you want. This is where you get actual one-on-one personal training, okay? DDM VIP, those are different classes. You guys can join LME and AMA. So you can see all these classes. Now, this is New York time zone. So if you sign up and join our community, it will show your time zone. But any of these AMAs. So we got how many do we have? Let's go here. We've got English camp Sunday. We've got one AMA on Sunday. On Saturday, we have 10 p.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. That's 4. So far, 4. 5 AMAs. Nothing there. 6, 7 AMAs. Nothing there. 8, 9, 10. This week, we have 10 AMA classes. You can join all of them if you want. If you have the time, you can join all of those classes and get personal one-on-one training with me and my other coaches. And we'll tell you what the zh sound is. And we'll work with you so that you can say it. And we do this all year long. So that this week was 10 live classes. If we average 10 a week, that's 520 live classes. And you can join one, you can join all of them. We don't restrict you. And in every AMA class, you get one-on-one time with the coach, with the teacher. We'll answer your questions. It's an unbelievable deal. So, I think a lot of people are sold right now. I'm going to show you how to sign up. So is this expensive? How much is the course? Well, it's 1 year of live one-on-one training. The cost is $399, which is unbelievable. Like I said, you're going to get over 200 live classes. Actually, it's closer to over 400 live classes, one-on-one training. You're going to get at least 24 live lessons with me. And the lessons are live. What happens if you miss a lesson? You can't join a lesson. We record everything too. What time are the lessons? I'm going at 8:30 a.m. in the morning, New York time, every Sunday. So in Europe, that's going to be, I don't know, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30 in the afternoon. In California, that's really early, 5:30 in the morning. Be tough, California. In like China, it's 12 hours difference. So that'd be like 8:30 p.m. on Sunday. So it's a very convenient time around the world, except if you're in California, you got to wake up early. But hey, I get up at 5 a.m. So it should be okay, right? Be tough. And anyway, everything's recorded. And the other live classes, they're all different times. So it's really convenient. Again, the personal feedback on your recordings is whenever you want. You upload it, you share it, we give it to you. Okay, that was a speaking class, an example. Let me show you an example of a listening class. So I got to find it here. Where is it? Here we go. And this is it. So this is a Friends episode. Do you know the sitcom Friends? In my opinion, Friends is one of the best English shows to study. And I know it's old, or maybe you don't like it. That's cool. I accept it. Personally, I like Friends, but it's not my favorite. The reason I say this is the best English show to study is, number one, believe it or not, it's easy. And number two, it's useful. You have a friend, right? Or at least you had one. or you want to have one. When you're with your friend, what do you talk about? You talk about your boyfriends and girlfriends, your husbands and wives, your children. You talk about your hopes, your fears, your dreams. You talk about life, work, troubles. You talk about the weekend, vacations. You talk about whatever we talk about, right? This is what friends is. Sure, sometimes their conversations are a little silly, but the story, the theme, the conversations that they always have are actually conversations that we would have in our lives, which is why it's great. That's the reason Friends is excellent. When Monica and Phoebe and Rachel get together and they have a conversation that is typical of women around the world. When the guys get together, especially Chandler and Joey, when they get together and talk, that's it. They're having real conversations that guys have. And then there's the culture, the cultural references, about American TV shows and food and dating, blah, blah, blah. There's so much to learn. And some people say, oh, but what about the slang, right? The words that they use. The beautiful thing about Friends is there's very little slang. And by the way, slang, S-L-A-N-G. Do you know what slang means? It's the cool words and cool expressions. Let me tell you, slang changes every 5 to 10 years. Right now, the slang that is popular 5 years ago didn't exist, most of it. 20 years ago, it doesn't exist, essentially. Slang changes with every generation. And not only that, do you remember when you were young, like 13 years old, 14 years old, you probably used slang. The reason little kids like slang is because it's a secret language, so mom and dad and the teachers don't understand. But when we get older, when we become moms and dads and maybe even teachers, we don't use slang anymore. Very rare. So if you're interested in learning slang, it's great if you're 13, but if you're 33, it's not much usage to slang. And once again, Friends, there's basically no slang. So let's go back and look at the assignment. So this is a listening assignment, and you can see there's a script, and this is a master. You know what? Let me see if I can find. So normally this section here, you don't see it. So in the live class, we do the dictation. So that one, we have to listen and get it. So you're seeing the answers. That's terrible. We studied this one already, so it's okay. So we would listen to this section, and then we would work together to try and figure out the answers. I explain the pronunciation. Some sounds are canceled, linking sounds together. We explain everything. This is how the listening class works. We practice this, and then we role play. And just like in the speaking assignment, we give you daily speaking challenges here. So I'll show you that. Those are the answers. We give you a glossary, which is like a dictionary, right? And by the way, we give everything in your language too. So I'm going to show you this script is specifically for Chinese students. So you're going to see a Chinese translation of everything right here. Everything's in Chinese. So if you're French, we'll give it to you in French. You're from Brazil, we'll put it in Portuguese. You can do it too nowadays with ChatGPT, right? So again, here's that challenge, that daily challenge. Make a 10 to 30 second MP3 or video. What do you usually do when there's a blackout? No electricity. If you were stuck in an elevator with a stranger, what would you say first? Oh, imagine that. That's kind of scary. If you were Chandler or Jill, okay. What's something you said that made someone look at you weird? Once again, these are daily conversation prompts. We call them prompts. The idea is you look at this question and you think about it, and then you give us your answer. Whatever it is, it's you speaking your English. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about, vocabulary. Just do your best to speak clearly. And we will tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Okay? It's very simple, but it's every day. We're going to be listening to you, watching your English every single day. You have the option of joining the live classes. Basically, every single day, there's a live class. If you can join it, excellent. You have so many opportunities. We're giving you everything we can to make sure you finally feel comfortable with English. The English Camp is really a fantastic course. Yeah, we give you everything. My best coaches, me, of course. I'm the best coach. No, that's not true. Actually, it's funny. Today, somebody asked me a grammar question. It was a really good question. And I wasn't sure of the answer. So this was in a live class. So I brought up ChatGPT and we asked the question together, and ChatGPT explained it. And I was like, oh, wow, that's so great. So I didn't know that. It was a very weird grammar thing that I didn't know. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And the student said, oh, this is great. I'm going to ask another coach, Coach Rochelle. She's from California. I'm going to ask Coach Rochelle. And I told the student, oh, this is a tough question. I'm going to tell Coach Rochelle the answer so she's not mad at you for asking such a difficult question. But it was already too late. He had already asked Coach Rochelle the answer, and she knew the answer. Maybe she cheated with ChatGPT. I don't know, but I was so happy. We are, all of us, all of the coaches, we are working for you. Our job is your English. We have over 1,000 students. We have a lot of students, but we give everybody personal attention. We have a file, an Excel sheet with your name on it, talking about your problems and your progress. I kind of want to show it to you, but I'm not going to because it's personal. So we monitor everybody. We're watching you very closely. And this is 1 year, a year-long course for $3.99. I think it's a really outstanding opportunity. And I would love to see you in my English camp. So the schedule, it kind of depends. We put the schedule in our community in the calendar, and I'll show you that again. If I can figure out how to share my screen. Stop sharing. Start sharing another one. Calendar. Yeah, there we go. So for example, for me right now, it's August 7th. Yes. And the next English camp is right here, English camp. I should put a tent or something there. It's 8:30 a.m. New York time, English camp. And I got, of course, the next English camp. So that's when we have our live classes. But in our community, you can, those daily speaking challenges, you can put them up anytime you want. So this person yesterday, 2 days ago, Simon, Eileen again, Kayla 11 hours ago. So yeah, so people are active every single day when you have time. And that's really important. When you study English, it's stressful, especially for business people, because they have to be good at English, but they probably don't want to study. So we make this convenient. We make it fun. We study very interesting, fun things, but we make it convenient. So if you're busy, it's okay. You can do it later. You can watch a replay. You can do your assignment later, whatever. We make it really convenient. The important thing, though, is make sure you stay with us, okay? Stay with us. Study with us. Do what we say. We're going to listen to you. You might have a million problems. That's fine. We're going to listen to you, and we will tell you what your biggest problems are. That's our job, and that's what you should focus on. That's what you should be fixing. Start with your biggest problems, and we'll tell you what they are. Join those AMA classes, fix them, get that one-on-one personal training. Of course, join my lessons when you can. They're live. They're so much fun. My lessons, how long do they last? They're supposed to last 1 hour, but something's outside very loud. But they usually go 90 minutes and sometimes 2 hours. So it's a lot of fun. What is Oh, it's a helicopter. Why is it the CIA? Somebody's spying on me. There's a helicopter over my house. That's weird. Anyway, I want you to join us in camp. If you have any questions, I'm going to pop up my email address again. There we go. contact@letsmasterenglish.com. That's our email. Our website is letsmasterenglish.com. Okay. If you join, you can use this QR code right here. And this is going to, I think it takes you to PayPal, and you can pay. Then what you need to do, I'll tell you right now, what you need to do, go to our community. And I'm going to make our community bigger. Actually, I have another screen to show you. Stop screen sharing. I'm so bad at this. And we'll go to this screen. Share. Okay. And our community is school.com/LME. That's SKOOL.com/LME. Okay, you can kind of see it right there, school.com/LME. And this is what it's going to look like. Let's Master English. And it's going to say join group. So join the group. And then it's going to ask you some questions. Which classes are you taking? If you sign up, put English Camp. How did you first find Coach Shane? YouTube. If you're in China, xiaohongshu, whatever it is, write that down and give us your email address. Please do this because we'll confirm your membership, your PayPal membership with your email address. Okay. And sometimes this takes 20 minutes if somebody's working, but like right now it's nighttime. So I'll be going to bed pretty soon. So if I'm sleeping, I can't confirm it. But don't worry, there's plenty of time. You got 1 year, and we always confirm you within 24 hours, usually within 12 hours, many times within a couple hours. So when you join, after you sign up on PayPal, then come here and join the group, and we'll let you in. And when you're in the group, then it's going to look like this. Stop sharing. Start sharing. This one. There we go. It's going to look like this. And there's a welcome sequence. You can say hi. Are you new to school? Say hi and what you're doing. If you want to see, this is all the conversations that we're having. One lady's talking about booking one-on-one classes. I told her how to do that. Every month I give a gift, a video. It's really great. Oh, we have so much stuff, guys. Here's our classroom. DDM is where we focus on listening skills. It's the most popular class. Most people who join English Camp, after English Camp, they join DDM. That's the typical route. DDM Fresh is coming up. It's a brand new one. Let's Master English is my podcast, and this has the music version. So if you like music and English, it's perfect. PIRF is our speaking class, speaking only. We have an 8-week speaking course right there. English Camp is right here. Yay, English Camp. And here's your stuff. This is July. We start. You'll see some of the older lessons. Right now, this is the new lesson. Remember those numbers? Ugh, so difficult. Yeah. Oh, all these lessons, they're right here. You can get them right here. What else do we have? We've got Action English for really good people. AMA, that's the Ask Me Anything. You get access to all the AMA classes. We got movies in all sorts of American movies, TV shows. We got Friends, Seinfeld, and Mind Your Language, I think. We got ebooks, audiobooks, outstanding. And we've got just tons of stuff. And we're adding stuff all the time. So our community is fantastic. We have members from around the world. I don't even know where everybody's from. This is Yife. This is Yasin, Yana, Reina. These people joined today. Joe, Yishi, David, Kathy, Paul, Jesse. I can't read that. Marina, Amy. Oof. Fa Dong De. I'm guessing Damien, Bill. So we got people from everywhere. It's a great community, great family. And yeah, join us. It's a year long. It's going to be so much fun. Live classes with me is fun. And you're going to learn a tremendous amount. Let's see. That's about it. So I'll let you guys go. This is a live stream, but I'm also going to replay it. So every time you see this, if you see like me in this shirt and you've already watched it, you don't have to watch it again. But tell your friends to watch it. If anybody you know is interested in finally learning English and having fun, then it's a year long, but it's very relaxed. And if you want, to be intense, you can do every challenge and join every AMA live class. Absolutely. Okay. But if you're busy and you want kind of a relaxed pace, this is actually really perfect. Okay. During the year, like I said, you're going to get at least 24 live classes with me. So I'm not going to bother you every single Sunday. Okay. And then, yeah, it's fantastic. It's really tremendous considering that we're giving you everything. And it is personal attention to you. Everybody's different, right? Everybody's pronunciation needs are different. Everybody's English needs are different. So we help you. We're helping everybody, but when we help a student, it's one-on-one. It's one-on-one. Very important. To me, it's extremely important. And that's why we're so successful. So join us. Join the other couple thousand students. And in our community, we're almost at 1,600, but we have more students outside the community. They don't join. They're shy. I don't know what their problem is. But anyway, yeah. So that's it. My name is Coach Shane. I hope I have explained my course well enough. Again, if you have any questions, email contact@letsmasterenglish.com. Our website, letsmasterenglish.com. And our community, school.com/LME, SKOOL.com/LME. What is the LME? Let's Master English. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever it is. And I'll see you